Today's horoscope, Sagittarius April 17th, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. Mercury heads back into your creative solar house today, where it will visit until May 10th. Mercury was just recently in this sector, from March 3rd to the 29th, but couldn't complete its transit due to a retrograde backup. In the coming weeks, you'll be able to move fun projects and pursuits forward. You'll have more confidence in sharing your ideas and thoughts with others, and you may very well stand out for your unique viewpoint or intelligence. Today, bonding with someone is likely to take place on a mental level. While it's not a time for getting definite answers, there is so much activity, interest, and intrigue going on that you can't help but enjoy yourself. Some uncertainty might even add to the appeal just for now as Mercury heads into alignment with Neptune. Healthy escapes can help refresh your thoughts, and interesting ideas can emerge. You tend to be a more humorous, spicy, and feisty one. However, the cosmic flow today will most certainly put you in your feels. Being in touch with your emotions is a beautiful thing, and understanding them from both a spiritual and intellectual perspective will teach you so much about who you are, what you want in your partnerships, and your true ultimate needs. Mental Mercury, our cosmic messenger of the mind and communication, will hold hands in perfect conjunction with Neptune. This will help you to look at the bigger picture of your life and relationships. Peer within. Your creative blockage will begin to lift. Ever since the beginning of March, you may have slowly lost the inspiration to continue working on your passion projects. You may have become overwhelmed with everything else going on at work and home. Thankfully, the second half of the post-shadow period for Mercury retrograde will encourage you to refocus your attention when Mercury re-enters Aries. It will be so much easier to direct your mental energy back to your passion projects and creative ventures. You could even start confidently pitching your ideas again. There isn't much that you can't incorporate into your schedule when you are focused on the task. You may not want to be like Rocky and drink raw eggs in the morning before running up the steps of the Philadelphia Art Museum, but you can arrange to get up an hour early and go for a jog before you get to work. This kind of effort will help you manage the influences of the planetary alignments at this time. If someone you know comes across as secretive today, take heart. This can be, in part, a result of this day's vibration, as this is a common effect of this essence. Try to recognize that everyone, including you, has times where privacy is what feels best. And it really hasn't got anything to do with anyone else. Allow the other person the time they need. They'll be back in the swing of things by tomorrow. A day after the asteroid Juno, the Queen of Commitment retrograde back out of Sagittarius, the Moon returns. While this is an ordinary monthly visit and something that every 4 weeks brings a chance to check in and become more emotionally and intuitively engaged and aware, a day after Juno left, this is a chance to capture her resolve and the resolutions that she has helped you work on over the last 2 months. This is also going to ensure you have your finger on the pulse and ear to the ground during a lot of shifting conditions over the next few days. While Venus and Mercury, the planets of love and communication, retrograde back out of your romantic sector within 3 days of each other and both turned direct last week, Mercury returns today, while Venus is still another 2 weeks away. Venus is waiting for Mars to return to and settle back into an adventurous part of your chart, while Mercury returns to once again give your heart a voice and to put heart and mind on the same page. Daily Planetary Overview. As we enter the second half of Mercury's post-retrograde shadow phase, the cosmic tides begin to shift yet again, this time with Mercury re-entering bold, fiery Aries. If you've been feeling like you've been walking through mental fog, dealing with lingering miscommunications, delays, or second-guessing your decisions, you're not alone. But here's the good news: clarity is on the horizon. This period marks an opportunity to wrap up the last threads of Mercury retrograde's chaos. It's a time for resolution, reflection, and most importantly, courage. Mercury in Aries empowers you to speak your mind with renewed honesty and assertiveness. If something's been weighing on you, this is your cosmic green light to release it. Whether it's a conversation you've been avoiding, a truth you've been holding in, or even a realization about your path forward, now is the time to be boldly authentic. That said, being direct doesn't have to mean being harsh. This isn't about confrontation for the sake of it, it's about owning your thoughts and feelings in a way that clears space for growth. And when we communicate from a place of self-awareness, we make room for deeper understanding in our relationships. You may find yourself encountering some lingering challenges over the next few days, old issues resurfacing, delays in plans, or misaligned expectations. Don't view these moments as setbacks. Instead, see them as opportunities to refine your course. Life has a way of giving us gentle nudges, and sometimes strong pushes, in the direction we're meant to go. If you're noticing recurring themes or emotional patterns, ask yourself what the lesson is. What are you being asked to revisit, and how can you approach it differently this time? When change arrives, and it likely will, try not to resist it. We all know how tempting it can be to cling to the familiar, even when it's not serving us. But change often carries the seeds of our next breakthrough. Whether it's in your career, relationships, or personal mindset, welcome these shifts with open arms. You may be surprised at the new people, ideas, and experiences that enter your life as a result. Of course, with all this fiery energy in the air, it's important to temper boldness with mindfulness. If you feel yourself getting impatient or frustrated, especially with others, pause and breathe. You may find yourself involved in more disagreements than usual, particularly if you're projecting a "my way" or the highway attitude. This is a good time to practice active listening, to tune into what others are feeling, even if they're not saying it outright. If someone's being difficult or evasive, don't let it derail your day. Sometimes, extending grace is more powerful than proving a point. In relationships, romantic, platonic, or professional, you may notice some tension, especially if you've been keeping things bottled up. Instead of jumping into conflict, take a moment to check in with yourself. What are you really feeling? What do you need? Once you're clear on that, approach the situation with calm confidence. Communication doesn't have to be dramatic to be effective. Financially, this may not be the ideal time to make big moves. If you've been feeling uncertain about money or frustrated by missteps in spending, take it as a cue to slow down and reassess. Avoid large investments or high-risk ventures for now. Stick to smaller purchases, budget mindfully, and if you're working with financial advisors, be especially discerning. This isn't about fear, it's about smart, intentional choices that align with your long-term security. Your physical health and well-being may also need some gentle attention. You might be feeling pressure from multiple areas of your life right now, which can lead to stress. But stress doesn't have to derail your wellness. Instead of abandoning your routine altogether, find a rhythm that honors where you are. Maybe that means taking a slower walk instead of a long workout, or meditating for a few minutes before bed. This is a great time to reconnect with your body's signals, learn what balance looks like for you, not just what the world says it should be. Many people think self-care is about bubble baths or spa days, and while those are lovely, real self-care also looks like being honest about your limits, saying no when needed, and nourishing your body with movement and rest in equal measure. If you've let your wellness routine slip lately, consider this your invitation to come back, not with guilt, but with curiosity. So, as this next chapter unfolds, embrace the clarity that Mercury in Aries brings. Be brave with your words, thoughtful with your actions, and open to the lessons life is offering you, especially the unexpected ones. You are being invited to move forward, not with force, but with presence.